So this video is going to explain how to add associated vendors to a DJ event planner file. So the reason we want to do this is because if we have the bride and grooms, all of their vendors on the DJ event planner file, it's going to allow us to coordinate with them really easily, and it's going to allow us to submit timelines to them before the wedding, so that by the time you get to the wedding, everybody's on the same page, even if they're not Cool Cat. So for example, if they have Cool Cat DJs, but let's say they have a non-Cool Cat videographer, we're still going to be able to touch base with their videographer, shoot them the timeline, shoot them all the info that they need, so that by the time you get to the event, everybody's on the same page, which is obviously going to make events significantly better for clients, and it's also going to improve our relationship with all the non-Cool Cats out there that we work with. They will be very appreciative of keeping them in tune with what's going on our end, so that there's no discrepancies. So as you're going through your reminder cards, at some point you're going to encounter this check called I have added all associated vendors to their DJ event planner file. So when you see this, I will show you exactly what you need to do before you check this off. So this is going to occur both in their kickoff meeting reminders and in the finalized final planning meeting reminders. So you have two shots to get this right. During the kickoff, try to get it, but sometimes they don't have all their vendors, and then by the time you get to the final planning, they'll know everything, and you'll have all the info, so you'll be able to check this off on the final planning card as well. So once you see this, all you need to do is go here. So right now I'm on a event file, and if you scroll all the way down, you'll see this little button called Add Vendor. So vendors / associated contacts. So you go ahead and you click Add Vendor, and if the vendor that they're working with is already on here, it's alphabetized, so go ahead and see if you can find their name. And if their name's not already in the database, that's where this becomes a group effort, and you want to go ahead and add that vendor to our database. So you go ahead and click Add Vendor, and from here you just want to fill out as much information as you can. So let's say, for example, your photographer for the event is Keith Hitlin. He's not in the system yet, so you'd go ahead and type in Keith Hitlin, and then from there you might want to go ahead and look him up and make sure you're filling the rest of this in properly. So I'd go ahead and Google Keith Hitlin photography, find his website, so you'll be able to answer this a little bit better. So Hitlin Photography Inc., and select the category, photographer. You can add a new category if necessary. Now here's what's really important. Make sure you get their email address. So if you have to go to their website to find more info, then you can usually find it on the contact page. I'd go ahead right here, copy and paste Keith's email address in there. I could add his website, go to the home page, add his website, go back to contact, add his phone, add their phone number. And you don't got to get crazy with all this stuff. Really what's important is having their email address and phone number so that we can contact them if necessary. So then you go ahead and you'd click Save. And there you go. So not only is Keith added to the database now, but he's also now down here in your associated contacts. This is going to let us over at the office send timelines to everybody really easily. So now let's say Keith Hitlin's their photographer and Dave Bigler is their videographer. Well, then you'd go ahead and you'd click Add Vendor again. You'd see if Dave Bigler is in here, or it might be under Bigler Productions. You got to look out for that sort of stuff. But Dave is not in here, so you go ahead and you click Add Vendor, and you'd repeat that process. So it's really appreciated that taking the extra time to get all this information in correctly. It's really important. It's going to make us so much better. So definitely be careful with it. And if there's any questions or any confusion, just go ahead and contact somebody over here at the office, and we should be able to clear things up for you. But this is really, really big time. You'll also notice in the planning form, this section here, so let's say you're in the middle of the planning meeting and you want to get this all squared away. As you're going through the planning form, just fill this out here, and the bride will be able to give you all the info, and you won't have to go Googling their website. But just because it's in the planning form does not count. You can't check this off until it's added over here. This is what counts. This is what's going to let us send timelines and stuff. This is really just for your own purposes of making sure that you remember to do it and making sure that you can get any info that you can from the bride. So hopefully that all makes sense. Again, any questions, let me know. And I'm really excited about this, actually. I think it's going to make a really big difference for clients.